Hi everybody and welcome back to Seduce Me. We're getting married. Hurrah! Finally! Finally! This is over! I'm lying to myself because there are 2 more extra episodes. Anyway, I have cake in celebratory honor of us finally getting married to these pieces of work. So let's go. The venue was set. The preparations were complete. The day had finally arrived. Was this really happening? I felt elation run through my entire body at the thought. I had waited for this day for years, and yet my mind still couldn't believe it. Isn't she like 20? Aren't you like 20? I had to keep telling myself, yes, this is happening. You're not dreaming. Alright. So I did the intro to this already, so I know the first couple things. So we get our name, and then we get this. I think it's only an option for, like, if you're a boy and you like to... If you're a guy and you want to play this game, but you don't want to be a girl, but you... I don't know. If you want a pee-pee, you can go ahead and do that, but we're a bride. We're sexto. We're a girl. I was going to marry... Damien. Get best boy out of the way. I was going to marry the love of my life, Damien. Damien had happily become part of my life as I had become part of his. We supported each other and held each other up through everything in our lives. Even more so, he finally got to be human alongside me. Sorry, whoa, baby barf there. We both were living a fantasy made into reality. Beautiful. I stood in my waiting room, staring at the reflection in the mirror. I couldn't take my eyes off of myself. Was I imagining myself standing here? Did I die in the demon world and now was seeing a dream instead? Remember that one bad ending when we burned alive? Yeah, that was a good ending. No. There I stood, elegantly wrapped in a beautiful wedding gown. It was the dress of my dreams, with a veil flowing elegantly behind me. I was regal and I felt joy in every fiber of my being just looking in the mirror. Diana's flower. I almost forgot. Still as healthy and magnificent as it's been in the night I received it, adorned in my head and sat gracefully on the crook of my ear. I felt my body quiver in anticipation. My soul couldn't make up its mind how to feel. I was ecstatic, joyful, scared. Every emotion I knew hit, Orchestra, I need you to calm down, you're distracting me. Every emotion I knew hit me all at once, and I wasn't sure how to handle myself. I was going to walk down the aisle and see the man of my dream. Music? Music? You're sounding ominous. Music? Music. The man of my dreams at the end. It's sounding sad. All at once, every thought of today began to collide in my head. Everyone was so supportive of me and my marriage that it shook me to the core. Naomi had made us a custom wedding cake, determined to give us the best celebration with her cooking skills. Suzu, I forgot she had friends, had organized the reception, and her family, as powerful as they were, ensured the security and safety of what? Isn't Suzu's family like a? Isn't her dad like some kind of gang boss? Am I wrong? I think that's what I remember. Ensured the security and safety of all guests. That's what I think it might be. My mom helped deliver invitations and guided my pre-wedding party, unable to stop herself from crying at the thought of her child being married at the age of 20. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I just feel like we just met these guys. My dad even designed a dedicated line of toys from your dad? Innocent toy in celebration. It was a doll line focused around the theme of marriage and happiness, with me and my husband as the focused figures. I knew he wasn't a man of many kind words, obviously. Didn't he slap you once? But I knew he poured his heart into it as proof of his joy for me. I even recalled dreams of my grandfather smiling at me, silently giving me his blessings and letting me know how proud he was to see me here. How I wished for him to stand with my family still, despite knowing he watched over me from the heaven. From the heaven. I felt myself shake and began to cry. Everyone was so proud of me I could predict my legs giving out. There are like 4 chairs in here. You should sit down. And they did. Thank God I was alone. I collapsed onto the Is this entire thing just her having a breakdown? Because I might need some more cake for this. I collapsed on the floor, holding my hand over my mouth as delighted and overwhelmed burbles escaped past my lips. It was happening. I had waited for so long. Sorry. Every time the music does that, it just hits me like a wave of just notes and strings and guitars, like somebody whacked a guitar over my face. I couldn't control the rest of emotions pounding through me like a storm. My body was over. Is she gonna have a heart attack? Is that what this music's about? She's gonna have a heart attack and die. My body was overthrown by my mental chaos and I'd begun to break down. Yeah, okay, gonna need some more cake for this. Cake, I need you. That girl. Yep. I was capable of doing this. Was I strong enough? Need some more cake. I can't. Sexo, you're killing me. Alright, let's go cake. Dudes. Yes, I was. Sexter, just think of the cake at the end that you're gonna have. It's gonna be so good. Thinking back on it, I was strong enough to push through it. You literally you were in a war. A war. With Damien. You were in hell, dude. Sorry, no, the Abyssal Plains. No, dude. Right, this right here must be the most trivial thing. To me, it'd be like, piece of cake, I won a war. What about you? Thinking back on it, I was strong enough to push through every obstacle in my path. I fought off a devil, stood my ground against a succubus. I'd even gone to the demon world, escaped its world war to see the You need to calm down. My life had moved me forward to this very moment, and I was a mess inside. I'm having trouble making nice jokes because she's just crying. Please don't wake me if this is a dream. Somebody pinch her.
It's not a dream,
Oh,
sweetie.
what are you doing, Diana? That voice. I looked up into the mirror and gasped, tears escaping me again as my eyes locked onto a familiar face in the reflection. Diana?
What are you doing on the floor?
What are you doing in the mirror?
Pick yourself up. I know you can stand.
What are you doing, Diana? Mom? Mama's here. I frantically stood, obeying her request as I stared, dumbfounded at her image. But aren't you... Didn't she die? Diana chuckled, silencing me. She looked powerful and real in the mirror, bathed in almost godlike light.
I'm the queen of the demon world, my dear. I have my ways for communicating with you.
But do you have to do it so creepily? Can't you knock on the door and come in? Diana. My heart began to squeeze tightly in my chest. Oops, sorry. How I wished for her to physically be here to see my wedding. Didn't we hate her in the first game?
I'll be watching, I promise. I've secretly waited for this day too.
I love how an evil character can become like their character arc just bam. They're now your favorite character. I watched as Diana lifted her hand and caressed the air in front of her with the back of her hand. To my surprise, I felt a slight breeze brush against my cheek, in tandem wiping it of my tears. Diana smiled, lowered her hand, stepping forward towards me.
May you be happy, and may fortune stand with you forever.
Thanks, Mom. At last, Diana leaned forward and kissed the air softly. I felt a soft, airy pressure on my forehead, causing more tears to run down my cheeks and my heart to squeeze in the joy of the action. Slowly, she faded away from the mirror, leaving me to face my reflection. My face was red and I could hear my heart beating loudly from the emotions rushing through me. The fuck just happened? I was getting married and the world was waiting for me. Then I suggest you go. I took a deep breath and let out a sigh, slowly but surely, calming the nerves dancing along my spirit. A small black knock. How do you color a knock? How do you... Man, I need some cake. A small knock echoed from my door. I could feel my nerves attempt to kick up once again, but I closed my eyes and calmed them down with another breath. I was ready. I was going to tame my happiness, gosh darn it. I just need to do it. Turn my heater on. The hall was full of people. Many I knew, many I didn't. I stood at the doorway leading into the space and stared at the door in front of me. Imagine everyone waiting for me. Now I'm feeling a bit nervous. Oh boy, I'm getting anxiety. My parents, my friends, the incubi, my husband-to-be. Just Damien's waiting there for me. Oh god. Damien's waiting. Damien's waiting there. The second the doors opened would be the second my walk towards my future began. I was no longer going to be alone. I would have him standing by me, as I would stand by him through anything the universe threw at us. The doors opened at last, and I took in the beautiful sight of the wedding hall at last. Everyone stood and watched as I slowly made my way down the aisle. Music began to fill the air at my march, and gazes followed with each step I made forward. My heart began pounding in my chest. I began to imagine everyone hearing it as loud and powerful as it was. Still, I continued on. I would not stop walking until I reached the end, or until I hit a wall. Either one. My gaze, however, locked itself onto my husband, B. Sorry. He stared at me in awe at my approach, lost in his own thoughts. What was on his mind? Obviously not my thoughts, thank God. You're beautiful. Look at your clothes that were so obviously edited onto you. Screaming on the inside. Damien was openly holding back tears. Great, we have a crier. Despite the sorry, this is a lovely moment and I'm ruining it. I'm sorry. Let me just get some cake. Alright. Calm down, May. Be good. Did I see a chocolate chip? Holy shit. Despite the joyous smile on his face, I knew that he was holding his breath. I would have too, but I was more happy to be going through with this dream and to breathe in the air of the excitement around me. Damien just passes out because he's not breathing. God damn it. Finally, I walked up beside Damien, taking his outstretched hands and standing beside him before our officiary and starting the ceremony. We were lucky. Kay, the owner of the Pink Lady Cafe and a dear friend, was licensed to officiate the wedding. Great. So she took it onto herself to do so without any fee. Yes. According to her, this was something she desperately wanted to do for us as our wedding gift. I was very thankful to have her be part of my next chapter. Kay gestured for everyone behind us to sit down in the pews, clearing her throat slightly and bringing up a microphone to her lips, beginning the ceremony.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here to join these two beautiful souls in matrimony. They have supported and loved each other and have chosen to continue doing so for the rest of their lives.
Can I rethink this? Standing beside Damien had made my heart flutter in joy. I could feel our hearts synchronizing in time, and our breasts slowly matched up in equal excitement. Staring into his eyes, I became lost in thoughts as I listened.
It is said that love is a story all on its own. Affection gives us the rising action. Our dreams give us our purpose, and we experience a world we've never imagined exploring. The best thing is, we don't have to explore it alone.
What? What?
This moment right now is a chapter of that story, and you have many things left to write together.
What? I don't understand, love. What? I smiled. She was right. This wasn't an ending by any means. This was just the beginning of our lives together. A life Damien and I would share and write for as long as we lived. God, please don't make me read another one. As he smiled back, I knew he agreed.
And now my favorite part. We would now like to take this time to exchange the wedding vows.
Why did you say that so suggestively? I'm gonna share wedding vows now. Wink. If there's something I don't like about weddings, it's wedding vows. For some reason, to me, I don't like them. I'm not like being judgy or anything. It's just me personally. If I were to ever get married, I wouldn't do wedding vows because I would be so like, I wouldn't know what to write. Like, you're a good looking dude. Glad I'm marrying you. Your hair is really nice. I could not. Kay gestured to me and ushered me to softly clear my throat and began. I had so many things to say to this man. I hadn't known where to begin when I first tried to write out my vow. I first met you passed out on my grandfather's floor. Then I found out you were a demon. And that's where the true story began. However, after months of hoping and thinking, I finally knew what to say. Damn it, Damien! I love you so much! Damien, you and I have been through so much. You've supported me ever since we met, and our love has broken through every obstacle in our path. I cannot dream of a life without you in it. I can! It's a really good one. I love you, Damien. I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry. You make me happy. Happier than I could ever dream of being. It was like you were sent to me as a miracle. Damien could only smile and listen, but I could almost hear his heart beating wildly for me at my words, with small bubbles of tears forming at the corner of his eyes. Please don't cry. I don't have any. I have one tissue, but it's a snot tissue. Do you want this? Shut up, May. You're ruining a beautiful moment. I want to keep going through life with you as your one and only. You are my best friend, my love, my world. With you, we can reach the skies and sail forever. Just you and me. I love you. Exactly what I mean about vows. They just sound so cheesy. Totally respect them. It's so cheesy. Sounds like a Hallmark Channel movie. Kay bit her lip, obviously holding back tears before nodding at my conclusion, and turning to Damien. Your turn, bro.
And now, your vow. Go ahead.
Do it. Damien smiled and held my hands close, letting his gaze melt into my eyes as he spoke at last.
To think we'd be standing here. This is by far the best dream anyone could have, and thinking about all that we've been through, this is the most special chapter of our lives. I cannot wait to continue my story with you for the rest of my life.
I can wait. I slowly began to cry. Oh, the tears! I said I wouldn't cry. Damien's words melted into my heart, and I could see the love glowing in his eyes. His smile. I was truly in love.
I promise to love you and cherish you for as long as we live, and to spend the rest of my life giving you the happiness you deserve as your husband.
Okay. Just from staring at Damien's eyes, I could tell that our heartbeats and breaths were matched perfectly in time. There was nothing in the universe that could stop us from being happy. This moment was picture perfect until another demon war snatches her away. Do it. I freely let myself cry as I smiled. He did the same for me, holding my hands lovingly.
You both just made my job easier with these vows.
Okay.
Let's put on those rings.
K is me. Oh, snap, that was some hot vows. Let's put on those rings. Romance, God. Mood, ruined. Thank you, Kay. I love you. Kay quickly turned back to the table behind her and presented us with my... Isn't, like, the best man in the maid of honor? Never mind. Wait a minute. Isn't there a ring I know nothing about weddings. Kay quickly turned back to the table behind her and presented us with my ring first. With glowing pride and slight nervous quivering in his hands, Damien gingerly, get it, he's a ginger, took the ring and began to slide it up my finger, and it didn't fit!
Please repeat after me.
No.
With this ring,
I give all myself to you.
I will protect you and be with you
no matter what.
Until time stands still.
Did I do it right? As quick as her statement came, images of our adventures and struggles passed through my mind. We had fought a devil and foiled a succubus. Okay. And stopped a world war together, and our story was far from over.
With this ring,
oh shit, he was supposed to say it.
To you. I will protect you and be with you no matter what, until time stands still.
I was repeating it because I thought she was talking to me. As the ring finally pressed on my finger, I couldn't help but wiggle it in glee atop Damien's hand, making him chuckle a bit at the feel. The band shimmered on my hand in the church light, almost entrancing me.
Excellent. Now, it's your turn.
She is so excited for this. Kay slowly held out the second ring for me to take. This was my moment. I quickly took a ring in excitement and began to ease it up Damien's finger. With this ring, I give all my... I literally said this already. In that moment when the ring reached its destination, I could feel the world stop around us. For something in the air felt warm and bright. Jesus? It was like everything had become right in the universe, and I was able to see future full of opportunity and bliss. Jesus? Man, I was so excited something would happen. I became so lost that I barely acknowledged that the ceremony was finally coming to a close, one that I had been waiting for.
All right. Awesome. Alrighty then.
Okay.
By the power vested in me in front of your beloved friends and family, it is my honor and privilege to pronounce you two united in perfect matrimony. Let the moon shake tonight!
I think Kay had a little too much cake. At last! Oh, you're so sad. Give me that. Thank you. Damien began to... Calm down. Damien began to cry, wiping his tears with a happy smile at me. I couldn't even stop the tears flowing down on my own cheeks. Man, her makeup must be a mess. He had happily given his entire life to me, and I would hold him close forever.
Now hurry up and kiss already. You know you wanna. We want you to as well.
Okay, Kate, you're kind of creeping me out now. She did not have to tell me twice. With a thankful grin and euphoric heart, I took Damien into my arms and kissed him with every ounce of love I could muster. Fireworks went off in my head and I could feel the world around me close, leaving only Damien and me in a peaceful space all around us. Our kisses marked the beginning of a new life together, and I was happy that the next chapter would begin on my terms. I had a feeling that no more problems would come our way, and even if they seduce me 3, bitch, and they somehow did, we would have the power to get over them. If our meeting didn't prove that, then our struggle and victories would. The cameras and cheers would mark our memories in time. The bands we wore would leave their permanence on our skin, and we would fly as high as our love could take us. Truly, this was nope, it wasn't just mine. This is our happily ever after. The end. Did I do it? Guys, I did it. Is there a secret here? I just want to make sure there's no secret that I'm missing, like a Diana Do we not get to marry Diana? Like, what? You just hear me clicking erratically trying to find, oops, trying to find any kind of secret. So, sorry, I'm thinking, I feel like all of the, all of the ceremonies are gonna go the same, but I feel like they're gonna be different for each boy. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do the rest of the boys, but they're all gonna be different episodes. They're just gonna be the ceremonies. So I guess I'll see you at the next ceremony, guys. I'll see you there. Bring cake, okay? Good.